Hey, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with Carl and Charlene. We took off last week. We had a lot of things going on. For those that know, I was in Disney with the mouse, hanging out with the dolphins at SeaWorld, all that kind of thing. Took a much needed vacation. Just time for me to get away, refresh, relax my mind. But we are back on the grind. And let me bring my sidekick, my Batman to the Robin, my Robin to the Batman, any way that you want to put it. Let's bring my homie Charlene to the stage. What's up, Charlene? What's up? Hey, Charlene, I don't hear you. Listen
I'm
to
on
that.
mute. My bad.
We got rustiness on the morning show. What's up?
Don't even. We all have not been hanging with the mouse for like 4 months and whatnot, coming back refreshed. Okay.
Oh man, we just hanging out with the mouse and doing the dolphins. I'm gonna put up some of the video. Some dolphins out. It's funny. We talk about that. I saw the dolphin show at SeaWorld, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they brought up the little kid, and they do the little dolphin and playing, right? And this is like people like I'm just skeezed out because I'm one of them guys. Like I was doing the hand wash and sanitation before all this. I just don't touch stuff like that, right? So they brought this little girl out on the little panel with the dolphins. So they played the little game, had the girl feed the dolphins, grab the fish and feed the dolphin, right? So the dolphin did the little dance, all that. So the lady that was the instructor that told her, she said, the little girl's looking at her hands. And she's like, oh, you got the slime on the hands from the fish, right? And the little girl was like, yes. She's like, I'm going to show you a secret. So she told her, she said, rub your hands together real fast. So the little girl rubbing her hands together real fast. She said, keep rubbing. And the little girl, keep rubbing. She said, okay, do this. And the little girl went, the whole audience was like, oh. I told my wife, I was like, look, I hope they got some clothes for that little girl in the back there because they just made her wipe that fish up all thing and she's gonna be in this park stinking. So yes, very much. And if she did it, I had her do it a couple times. So I know the little girl, she could have been about 5 or 6 years old. But I mean, the experience, I guess she got to pet the dolphin. I guess she was okay. But I'd have been snazzing out. That was my kid. I'd have been at the background. Yo, give me some of the SeaWorld clothes for her right now, for real. But anyway, I digress. That's what I had fun doing there. What you been up to?
Working? No, wow. I actually just finished a presentation for an amazing WordPress WooCommerce Con. So that was really fun. I was the first person up today, so I'm up. I don't know. I have to crawl to some coffee later. I don't know. I might have to take a mid afternoon nap. I don't know, but I'm awake now.
Yeah, we can definitely understand you and being up. So that was an accomplishment in itself. What you guys talk about?
Well, we definitely talked about getting their websites ready for an e-commerce store launch. And it was super exciting. Everybody had amazing questions. So I was so honored to be there.
That was good. Sorry. So I haven't been doing too much on the work side as you know, but today we want to talk about leveling up your business in your life, and that's really what this show is about. I've invited a few people. I told them to come by. I don't know, everybody's not an early bird like me, so I don't know who's going to. But if you're watching today, drop down any comments that you may have in the comment section. Also, tell us where you're tuning in from, because we'd like to know where the people are tuning in from, so we can get an understanding of who our audience is. And in doing that, I want you to ask your questions. I want you to give us comments. I want you to also throw in topics that you might want us to talk about, because this is real talk. Like, you know what I mean? We're real people talking about real issues, maybe that the CEOs and the execs don't want to hear about, but we talking about them. So feel good to come on here and talk about them. I won't out you. It's only like 1 million people watching, so you won't be in trouble. All right. What have you been doing? I know. Let's talk about, because I'm like kind of all over the place. I'm trying to bring it in. Let's talk about this green room, right? First, I joined Green Room. Some people proposed that I do that. And they told me it would be such a great experience because we just coming along with this audio thing now. It's just, we just can't see people in face to face. We've got to hear their voices. And to me, it is so, quote unquote, just, don't cancel me because of this. But it's just so ridiculous to me that we've given these platforms to these people who don't know how to interact face to face. But now we're taking the stuff that they're saying literally because they're in a mic and they got some followers. What do you guys feel about that? Because I got into a green room last night, right? Mind you, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing some homework. I was doing some work, right? And I thought the dude said do something. So I did it. Do you know this dude? And I counted the people. It was about 200 some people in there. You know, this dude like played me in front of 200 people. Me, Carl, Shawn Watkins, yeah, me. He played me. He called my name out, all three names, my government name, as my mom used to say. And he told me, yo, dude, I didn't tell you to do that. First of all, I really started looking around as if someone was in my own office when he was talking to me. And I was like, oh, is he talking to me?
Carl, finish the full story, Carl.
Wait,
he apologized.
I'll get to the point. I'm gonna give
you okay, because you really feeling salty still.
Yeah,
so I'm
gonna give him his little beans.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna give him his little beans because they're not even flowers, but I'm gonna give him his little beans because evidently they said drop your Instagram in there. This is what the real is. Drop your Instagram in there, and I guess they'll blow you up or whatever that is. I still haven't figured that concept out, but I'm learning, guys. I'm learning, you know. So all I heard was drop your Instagram in there. I didn't hear the do not. Okay. So I was like, oh, well, my Instagram needs some followers. Y'all, if y'all in the audience today, follow my Instagram, please. Call Shawn Watkins Consulting. Please follow my Instagram. Yeah, this is the snide that I'm trying to do. Hey, Lawrence, thanks, man. Atlanta GA in the house, man. What's up, man? I felt bad, man. You guys got Trey Young down there. You know what I mean? I need you guys to win. I want Milwaukee to win there, Lawrence. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
And hey, Aldo.
Aldo from New Jersey. Me and Aldo got to get together, man. Aldo, we have to, man. We have to. You right in my neighborhood, right in my neck of the woods. We got to get together for some coffee. Appreciate you coming out. What's up, bro? Ingor, thank you so much for showing up. You guys are wonderful. I'm talking about I'm just talking about this. So let me go and so I can get this guy his little pecans or peanuts or whatever. So he did come and he's like, because I put in there, I wasn't there because I misread it or whatever. I put because he's like, well, if you wasn't in the room, let me run it back. And like, I just felt like kind of violated because like he just went in on, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to drop you down to the room. And I was like, man, you give people power, man. They don't know how to act. But he did come. He apologized. He called my name back out in front of them same 200 some people and said he was sorry. So I give him that. But how do you guys feel about this audio thing that is taking over? And it's really, to me, the interaction. Yeah, it's great. It's a new premise. It's a new thing. I'm excited about it. But it's also, if you go through some of these rooms and you hear some of these conversations and you hear some of the language and you hear some of the unprofessionalism that goes on in these rooms, is it really a good thing that we're now giving these platforms to these people to act a fool without you saying them? That's really my question today. What you got to say about that, Charlene?
Well, yes, I have some things to say. Because
I'm sure you would.
I happen to be in. I hope you don't hear a whole lot of noise.
Oh, Charlene, you was in that room? I didn't know you was in.
I brought you in the room. I said, hey, Carl, come in this room, get in here. Start to find new people, let people get to see your name and stuff like that, because Green Room is supposed to be Spotify's answer to Clubhouse, but it's really supposed to be, in most people's opinion, geared towards podcasters. So I know Carl does podcasting, and it's another way to level up. And if things are going the way a lot of people are predicting, with the people who have podcasts, you can actually publish your podcast live, because you can go into Green Room, you can have a room, you can have a large conversation with people and record it right then and there, and then say, hey, Green Room, can you send me my recording? So something like that would be awesome for a podcaster, right? So I bring Carl in, and it's a chill room. It's not even a room about business. It's nothing like that. So you're dealing in a room with a bunch of DJs, but they're really cool people, right? And yes, they do get sharp, but I can tell you why they were getting sharp, because all day, all night, and apparently after hearing him, because I was there earlier before you, so hearing a couple of incidents that happened beforehand, people were just bugging out, going wild. There were trolls. There were all kinds. So I think they pretty much had their level, and they were like, since nobody wants to pay attention, we're about to go hard, right? So literally before you got in, before I pinged you in, I brought you in, some other people, women, were not listening. They were really trying to give people shine. So it's not a lot of people that they knew and like directly, but they would go through and they were trying to give credit and shine to people who were always in the rooms with them, right? Giving them love and always supporting the room. So they said, hey, those people, these particular people we are about to call out, we want to help them grow their online presence. So that's why they were saying we don't want anybody else dropping anything, no pictures, no gifts, no nothing, just these individuals we're calling out. And if you want to help, repost those links, their links. And that's how you saw like a lot of these links, but it was technically the same link over and over and over again because they were just trying to promote other people. So when you came in, it was literally in the middle. And it was like towards the end of the night that they were like,
I guess you got to be on time for these rooms too. So
but not even just on time, but sometimes I try to figure out what's happening. I do the same thing I do in Clubhouse. Like I'll get invited to a stage early and I'm like, I don't know what's happening on the stage. Let me, even regardless of what the topic is, let me see where you guys are at this conversation. So that was just it. It wasn't, he didn't mean to be sharp with you. It came off that way because literally before you did that, like 5 other people, all women, were dropping their names, and they weren't caring, they weren't listening. I was like, either there's a language barrier, there's something going on, or straight disrespect. So at that point, he was like, "Are you disrespecting me?" And he's from New York, so he's like,
"Yeah, I got the attitude in the conversation."
He's like, "You're not disrespecting this brother from Queens." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh shucks."
See, that's why people can't have nothing. That's what. Because I get from the tightness of the brother. I mean, tightness is like my version. Chicago's version of tightness is dudes out of pocket. That's really what we call. That's really what we call it in Chicago. So I'm looking at, why is this dude coming at my neck? And then I scroll through. And I'm seeing all these people putting their Instagrams in there. So I'm like, well, all these people's putting in. Then I kind of put 2 and 2 together. But at that point, I was kind of like PO. So I just clicked leave. I just clicked leave and I didn't come back. I went to bed, actually. But I said, I got to talk about this because this is not my first account. When Clubhouse first came out, right? And I'm just like anybody on that. The essence, I want to try what's new, especially with being a business owner. And you want to get your business out there, and definitely more so than not, you want to get your name out there, and you want to have these conversations with people where you want people to know where you stand, what you're doing, and your processes. And so I definitely feel that these platforms are important, but they're just like anything. I was telling a client, actually, I was just on the phone, and they were talking about they don't have a social media presence, and I said I didn't either. But the simple fact is that without them in today's age, like you can't be heard because no one is really listening to. I mean, the days of the megaphone and going down to City Hall, it's pretty much like over. But you can move mountains when you have that social media presence and you're putting out things. Whether it be good or bad, it still shifts the needle. So I was telling them, I said, so now I got to get in the game with that. And I said, okay. Clubhouse, new things coming out. I came in the Clubhouse, and I just got to doing in there. And then the next thing I know, we're talking about this Jackson fellow. I went on yesterday. I said, well, maybe it'll be some good conversations. I try to go on maybe once a day. I went on and they talked about Bill Cosby all the time. Like half the room was like he should have been in jail for 30 years. The other half was like the lawyer messed up, legality wise. He's all. And I mean, it's like, and we're talking very calm here. I'm talking about people in there was just like cursing people out, talking about their mom and all that. And I'm like, can we agree to disagree civilly? Can this be some kind of conversation that we have that, okay, I don't agree with your message. I don't agree with your madness, but I can disagree with you. You can still have your opinion and we can still shake hands later. Like, why do we come to this crust of where, we got to do a side? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
because that also leads me to something that we were doing for Growth Academy's video challenge, right?
yes.
What advice did you get from your parents? And for me, it was my mom. My mom always said, "No man is an island." And that it's a saying, you know. I don't want women and anybody else to say, "Oh, no." That's just a saying. No man is an island. And when I was young, and she would tell me this all the time, and I was always a person that I'm solo. I can do me. I'm about to be surrounded by everybody. I don't have to always talk. I don't have to be a part of everybody's conversation. But she always tried to drill into me that you need people. You need to be around people. You need to make sure that you're building relationships. So for me, that started to really resonate as I started my business, my actual business. And I was like, okay, I can do this to a certain extent by myself, but I still need a community. I still need to learn to network with others and bring others into what I'm doing and then build with them, right? So part of that was also how can I really learn how to do that effectively, but still provide value to other people. So you don't want to, even though you need other people around you, you don't want the wrong people around you. And then you don't want to be the person who's always taking and not giving. So that was always a valuable lesson that I learned from my mom.
Yeah, that was a great thing we, and just to shout out to Growth Academy. We're just moving the needle on there. It's a good thing. And sometimes when you're in things and you're involved in things, you don't kind of feel like it's yours. But since I've been in Growth Academy, and I've been in it since the inception, me and Shanae go back a ways now. When she first began this in November, it was like I was one of her first pupils on there, and I don't have a problem saying that. Her being a pupil, none of the essence of it's a lot of things that she taught and direction that she showed me, but the essence of what we are doing, and the moves that we're making and the differences that we're making as we coming together, collaborating. Our collaboration, Real Talk with Carl and Charlene, just started from us just being in the meetings and being in Growth Academy together and putting together our heads and say, hey, let's do this. And I think this is the importance of really what the pandemic has or should have taught us, that the power of networking is. And I tell you from the jump, like, I ain't too much care for New York people. I'm just putting it out there because I'm from Chi. They always want to holler that second city crap when they talk to me, but no, I'm just bringing back the hood stuff. But I'm always been one that someone has something to say. I think they deserve to be listened to, and I think that's where we come from. I think about what my dad told me, and this is just amazing. I've shared it quite a few times on the platforms and different ones and in videos or whatever, but it just never rang more true to me than today and what we are in today. And he just sort of brought up that thing about the lion. And I know some of you guys have probably heard it. And he just said, you don't have to go around the jungle telling everybody you're a lion. And I could not, for the life of me back then, when he told me that as a youngster, it's like, dude, I'm in Chicago. Like, first of all, we don't even have a yard. Got concrete backyard. First of all, grass ain't even growing. So here you holler about talking about a lion. I could not put those together. There was a disconnect. But as life evolved and as things started to change, that became more prominent of a saying and adaptation of how I lived my life. He just was really telling me that the lion is authentic, and it's nothing about him that is a facade. It's nothing about him that he hides. When you see the lion, you see the full character of who the person is. And he said, if you be like that, then there's no misunderstanding who you are. And that has really helped me a lot, not only in communication, but it's also helped me a lot in connections and not just judging people, because a lot of times we do that. I did this not too long ago, and a young gentleman came in to the office, and a lot of people may know that I work with legal and I work with law firms, and he came into the office, and I mean, his pants was falling down to the ground, I was like, dude, it's like they call it a belt. Wear one. Like, that's really, really where I was going at. And he said, yeah, I'm here to drop this off, and I'm starting this internship. And I'm like, internship where? Like, where are you interning? Like, where are you interning? Like, first of all, you come in here, your pants can't even hold up. You don't have a belt on. Where's your intern? So, make a long story short, he's going to be an intern with us, and he's going to be starting in August when school starts back. So I had a talk with him, and I was like, me being the dad guy that I am, it's like, yo, you got to get a belt on. You got to look yourself more presentable or whatever. So I got his file. Dude is like A plus 4.9. I didn't even know you can go past 4. Yeah, 4.8, 4.9 GPA in college. And this dude is on, like, he got scholarships on all many levels of things that he's doing. And I was like, duh, that's how I felt. Like, here I am putting my I can use the term because I can't, prejudices on what I thought this gentleman should look like based upon where we were, and had no idea or even gave him credit for the abilities that he possessed, which was, I didn't graduate with no 4.8. He's smarter than me. Just be real about it. But, this is the kind of things that brought me back to saying that video yesterday, that the authentic thing in people, we can get past what people present themselves as a visual for our small understanding of where we put people in, the boxes that we hide people in, the labels that we give people. If we can change that narrative and that mentality and say, oh, he's going to be a great attorney one day. I can see it. I can just see it and envision it now, past the point of me saying that, oh man, he pulling his pants up every 2 seconds. So
I think you're preparing him though, because if he's going to be an attorney, no judge is going to allow an attorney to walk into her court or his or her courtroom with their pants around their ankles. So you're preparing him, but you just need to do it in a way that he doesn't feel judged or prejudged. But he has to understand at the end of the day, there's certain places that we do go in society that we have to just look a different way. It doesn't mean you're formatting, you're conforming to someone else's premise of you. You can still have your flair, because I see a lot of lawyers that have a flair to them. They just look amazing, but they just had their own spin on it. But you still want to be presentable at the end of the day. Presentable, whatever they may look to you, you just need to know that it's not just your world anymore. So like my mom told me, no man's an island. If I wanted to be in sweats all day, I really wouldn't care what anybody said. But because I'm now entering into someone else's presence, someone else's world, I still have to take that into consideration. So
yeah, I prepared her for that, but I prepared her for that, and I thought it was my necessity. And for those that are watching, I just be clear up this stereotype. He was a white fellow. Okay, let me clear that up. It wasn't the black kid coming in there looking like bebopping and whatever.
It don't matter.
I know. I just don't want the picture to be painted, because I can
gotcha.
I can see these paintbrushes like, the black kids coming and hanging out. Yeah, we on LinkedIn Live, y'all. It is what it is. But I even felt the aptitude and the parenting, I guess that's really what you can call it, of wanting to see something different for him. And I brought that to his attention, and he was appreciative. I mean, he texts me and he's like, man, I just really appreciate that. He's like, I was just in a rush. I was running late. And he's like, I normally wear a belt. He's like, but my pants just was hanging down. And I was like, no, I was like, you know what? I say, because I don't want anybody to look at you with the disdain of that I did. I didn't look at you with a disdain, but I looked at him with a, like, come on, man, get it together. Like, it wasn't no thing like I discredited anything that he was. But I just looked at him like, come on. And the cultures that we have. And there's some of the narrative that I'm really, really fighting to change, and those kind of things. And the politics, the rules of the game are really set in politics. And that politics is whether it's in the office, whether it's in society, whether it's actually in those offices of politicians that are being held. They the ones that hold the rules to the game. And the only way that we're going to change those rules is that we put ourselves in those positions, whether it may be for a period of time to be a conformity, to get in there and then just shatter the box. And I think that's what he's going to do. And I'm really looking forward to that. So.
And it's also about approach. So if you're not approaching people, because I think that goes back to a little bit of what you said earlier. It's about how you approach people, how do you talk to people, how do you say things to people. People will take it differently. So if you were telling him about his pants but you came off in a more judgmental way, I think he would not have taken it the
Yeah.
same way. So it's always about how do you really approach people. Some people don't have the tact. Some people, they may live on their own island, so they don't know how to talk to other people. That's when you got to go in your little bubble and woosah yourself back to focus, or you start rumbling in the streets like you don't have no sense. So yeah,
This is true, and I pride myself on that for the simple fact is that people don't always know how to talk to me, so I'm very critical of how I talk to others, especially those that are I used to say younger than me, but just anybody now, because you have some old, like my grandmother said, baby, you got some old fools too. So you got some older ones that's still doing a lot of the foolish things and those kind of things. My uncle, he's like 60 something, and he still thinks it's cool to wear NFL jerseys. I don't know. It's 60 something years old.
Well, I mean, what he doing with the NFL jersey?
He wears that as his gear. I mean, I'm just wondering, thinking that.
I mean, is he going to the judge's office like that?
No, he's not. No, he's not. He works at the post office, so I guess that's game for him.
Because don't they have their own uniform anyway?
No, he works in distribution. Like he's like
he ain't trying to get
yeah, so he ain't trying to hear nobody nowhere.
I get him.
Yeah, he don't try to hear nobody at family picnics or outings or anything like that anyway. He that uncle who's like, oh my God, he's here. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just like, I used to talk about him all the time. I was like, dude, like you too old. Like, drop the jerseys. Like, he got everybody jersey. Like, you're not balling, you're not Drake. You're not like, drop the jerseys, man. Put on a nice
jersey, man. Just so you got people, they sneaker shoe heads or whatever they call them, and you got ladies, they love the heels, they love the purses. You give him his vice. Let him have a vice.
I let him have it. I let him have it. Besides being the clown at all the family reunions, he got that too. He's the jersey man. He's the jersey man. So yes, guys. So you see, I'm just coming all out of today. So it's just talking about it.
Just letting it all out today.
Just talking about it. Yeah, I just got my feelings. And it all started from the green room. That's really
next topic. What else makes Carl salty? That's gonna be our topic next week, guys.
Yeah, what else can we talk? Hey, yo, it's real talk. So we really talking about what's going on and what it is.
Do that next week. Pet peeves.
Yeah, I'm writing that right now. Pet peeves. You guys put it in the comments. What are your pet peeves? I want to get some examples of what are the things that. We don't have enough time for me to get with mine. But what are the things that is really a pet peeve to you? What are the things that, yes, Michael, if he acted and carried himself with respect for himself and others with the jerseys, brothers, you bother you as much? Probably not, Michael. I think it goes along with that. And that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. I think it goes along with the character of as well, because it's not one that you all have. And I won't call him a black sheep because he's never in trouble. It's never been that kind of thing. But it's always just been this kind of like aura around him among the family. And I guess that's a secret or something that no one's has never told me. But in interactions with family, you can see when comfortability shifts and when certain one comes around. I mean, you know your family dynamic. And it had always been that way when he came around. And to me, it was like something's going on there. But, he's my uncle. So what can I say? But the jerseys do bother me. The more so is that, to me, looking at that, and maybe this is the way that the traditionalized that we look at things. Him in a jersey, to me, denotes someone that's trying to hang on to an era with them wearing that, that's really like, I think, just my thoughts, that he should have been matured past. Now, am I the judge all to be all? No, I'm not, because I'm not buying none of that. I didn't purchase none of that what he wearing. None of it. And he stays fly. Like if I worked at Foot Locker, homie, I would be in this closet. But I didn't work at Foot Locker because he have all the freshest things. But I'm thinking that at 60-something years old, that shouldn't be a priority to you for you to look like, you're hanging out with Drake. That's just my thoughts. So, that's what bothers me about it, Michael, because I think that example-wise, there's many examples that we do need as African-American men. I mean, there should be some correlation there to a responsibility of, no, I don't want you to necessarily look like me in a suit and tie, but some dignitariness there to say, yo, this is how you should behave. Just me. Just me. I'm an old head, so you know that. Thanks for that, Mike. Thanks, man. Just really put me on the spot there, man. Just have me talking about my family. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate it. Mike said, what's his biggest pet peeve is lack of respect people have toward others. Oh, Mike, I dropped my bow to you on that one. You don't have to like me, but don't go out of your way to make me feel bad or belittle me just because we don't agree.
That right there.
Man, Mike, you should run for president. You will probably win that, buddy. I'm telling you.
Right there.
That is my pet peeve as well. Yeah. Oh, mic drop. Oh, yeah, mic drop. Mm-hmm. Definitely a mic drop. Because I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate where it's coming from, and that's what brought me back to the young fellow. It brought me back to the fact that though it was something that I didn't too much care for, it was a twofold thing. First and foremost was what you had covered, Charlene, is that I really wanted him to know that this kind of environment, I didn't want him to be looked upon with that first impression, first and foremost. That's really what. And second of all, it was the educational part for me to let him know that, you know, you're going into an industry where there is a traditionalism there. Oh, man, I like that, Mike. I like that, man. Me and you, 2024. Yeah, let's get on the ticket before Donald Trump does, because he's
Lord.
He's like planning for 2024. So let's get on the ticket. I mean, we've already had Barack and Biden. We can flip it. You got Tomasello and Watkins. I like that. It sounds like a law firm, actually, Mike.
Yes, it does.
Hey, it sounds like a law firm, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, so these are some of the things that we definitely want to talk about. We wanted to have your pet peeve. What else do you got on the agenda for us today? Real talk. What's been going on with you in some of your? How are we leveling up, people? Guys, I'm getting my website together. I just want to say this in front of all my fans.
Keep him accountable, please, people. Keep him all the way accountable. We are this close. We are this close.
Guys, it's about to be on it, Papa.
We are so close. I can feel it.
Yo, for y'all that don't know, Charlene has a cat that I give her a hard time about all the time. And I'm just like that cat. I'm just chilling. I want to do things when I want to do things, and I'm just on my own program.
Can I tell you that homeboy had to get locked back up today?
Oh man!
Okay, I put him in his playpen, and he was chilling for the night because he was acting up at 2 a.m. And I was like, "Oh no, we're not doing this. I got to sleep." So, I put him in his playpen, and he didn't cry, nothing. He just laid down in a cool area, and he went straight to bed. I was like, "Okay. That's what you needed? Okay, fine. Let me woo you. Let me rub you down real quick. Put you back in that pen. You're going to sleep. Okay." I got him up early. I had to get ready for my presentation today. I got him his food. He was snacking at 8:40. I was like,
wow. He probably was like, what's going on with this party?
You, as soon as he saw me on this live, lights lit up, homeboy jumped on this chair. He was going at my hair because I got it pinned up in the back. He was like, yes. I'm like, oh no. And they are introducing me. They're introducing me. And I had to jump off my chair and put him right back in that pen. I was like, nah. So right now he's had his fun. He's been entertained. So he's laid out in the sun right now.
Yeah, thanks, Mike, for coming by, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Come by next week, 10 o'clock, man. We're gonna be talking about pet peeves, man. I know between now and then you will have came across some more. Believe
Michael
me.
should join us.
Michael just joined us.
He should join us next week.
Yeah, Mike. I don't know what your schedule's looking like, Mike, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna send you some information and catch with you and see what you're doing on next Thursday, man. We might have you a guest because we're looking for guests.
If any of you who are now on or watching the replay, if you have some pet peeves, you want to jump on the show, let us know so we can get you on. Or give us some updates and drop them in the comments, and we will talk about that next week for real.
Yes, because we really do appreciate all of you guys, Elizabeth, Usama, all of you guys. We talking about pet peeves. Like we have a lot of things going on in our personal lives, but sometimes we need to just be able to just jump on. I know Usama's down.
Usama's down. All right, we got Usama. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming through, and have a great meeting.
Yes, Mike. See you, bro. See you, man. Let's talk about that law firm, man. I don't know. I think I missed this thing. Oh, there it is. I'm putting it up there, man. It's a new law firm that we're starting. Watkins, Brown, and Tomasello. Yo, that sound like commercial ready right there, all me. That sound like
I'll do the tongue lashings on the phone.
yeah. I just be the old attorney with the chain and the pocket watch, and just stand around and just like don't throw my stereotypes on other people. That's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Definitely down for Mike, Usama, and Carl, Charlene showdown. Oh wow, she got us all in there. She got us all in there, most definitely.
So as we wrapping up, because we will be closing down for 10:45 and loving up on everybody in the comments.
Thanks, Lance, too, bro. Lance, I'll be on with you later on today, brother. I think we got a 1:00. Karen, just a shout out to Lawrence. He does a great thing that he got there. I mean, Mr. PhD, Mr. Doctor, Speaker, TEDx, whole nine. They had me on their show. The 3 C's, the leadership group that he has. I'm going to be on there at 1, just sharing some information on there. A bunch of great leaders and group, the group that they've cultivated. Him and Karen Heller. They've cultivated this group, and they just showcase leadership in all arenas of jobs, in all arena of positions, and they just really do a great thing. And I look forward to being on there at 1:00 with you, Lon. Thanks for stopping by, man, and showing me some love. I do appreciate it. Go ahead, Charlene. What you talking about?
Yeah, I was just saying, any closing words, final words. I mean, I know I'm gonna get you back on Green Room. We're gonna
yes.
We're gonna let that
Green Room. We're gonna end with Green Room. I guess I didn't delete the app, so I just closed the leave.
I know, you gotta let that moment slide for a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna tell y'all on the real. I was a little warm. I wasn't hot. I was a little warm. I was like, who is this dude? Right? And then Green Room is crazier than Clubhouse, because like Clubhouse, you could kind of like go. First time I was on there, so I'm really trying to find out. First of all, who was talking, and second of all, how could I see him and his information?
Because it's still new. They're transitioning it from the old app called Locker Room, which was a sports app. Spotify bought that out, and they're transitioning it into between hopefully music and podcasts. So it's still glitching. It's only been live for, I think this is the 3rd week. So it's as Green Room. So it's fairly new from what we know. The people who know it as Green Room, we've known it for about 3 weeks now as Green Room. And there are some OGs, they call themselves, old heads that have been on since Locker Room. They've been telling us stories about towel throwing, and that's why I don't go to locker rooms. I don't know what's happening in there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's still new. I still, just like how with Clubhouse, we had to rock it out through all the glitches. It still has some glitches, but they have grown tremendously since the beginning. I think the same will happen with Green Room. I mean, fingers crossed. So I just say, don't totally count it out. Just let it grow. It has its growing pains. Let's just let it do its thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna come back to it because I gave everybody a shot. So maybe he had an off day. Maybe I had an off day. I'm gonna keep it as that. But we're gonna go back into Green Room, and we're gonna be delving back into that. Because it looks like it from there. They got to do some of the glitches. Because it looked like I was playing a video game. I'm seeing all these colors and these gems. And I thought I was playing. Get
your podcast up there. Get your podcast up there.
Well, I'm definitely going to do that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do since I'm doing podcasts on there? I'm going to upload this episode in there.
Okay.
The audio.
The audio. So you want to upload it into where? Green Room? You're just going to play it?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll send it to you. You can cut it up. You the expert.
I would say have an actual show on Green Room, all audio.
Oh, well, let's do the show next week on Green Room. Is there so many? You know me, man. I got the ideas. You got to figure it out. I got the ideas. Let's do the show. I think I tried to pull it off once before, and I got kind of like a hiccup. I don't know what had happened, but I had tried to do a show on here. Mm-hmm. And I set up the room in Clubhouse, For some reason, and I don't know if it was my technology or even my ability, it did not connect. So I had people in the
Some people are
club.
using the roadcaster.
I don't know because I set it up and the people that were in the clubhouse, like they couldn't hear our conversation from LinkedIn Live to there. So I ended up having to close the clubhouse room and they all came back to
Yeah,
the
because
LinkedIn.
there's a connection that they have to do. All right, Osama, and happy
All
graduation
right.
to whoever it is.
I gotta go. Yeah, happy graduation to Usama. Usama, you graduating yet? Or you still in college? Then? You're still in your master's thing. I don't know if you graduated yet, but I appreciate you guys coming back. I appreciate you guys showing the love. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us. This is real talk, y'all. We give y'all 45 minutes of flavor and let you know. Yes, next week we're going to talk about pet peeves, and I'm going to be sending out to somebody in the audience. Be looking out. We'll be sending you out a link to join us and to share your pet peeves. That's what we're going to do. As always, you know how we do. We give you the love. We give you what we're doing. Follow us or follow Charlene. If you need that website, don't be like me. Pay attention. Listen to the things that she's saying. Because they're very helpful to you getting the site and getting it finished. And you won't be that close like I am. You'll be real close. Like
so close.
You'll be done.
Feel it. I can see the end coming. I can see it coming.
You can't even blow the wind through there. It's like you can't even get it through there. But she's gonna be doing that and sharing some of her gems. Make sure you follow her as well, Charlene Brown. Follow her website, follow her BK Custom Designs.com. Check her out. She got a lot of stuff going on, and we're just trying to change the narrative of business owners. We've got a business mind with a grind, and we're trying to put it out there. Come by and check out Shawn Watkins Consulting. Also, I just got a client, preferably this morning. Gonna see they are out of Brussels, so I am going global again, and I'm just loving the overseas people because they got a way of talking to you that those kind of English language, although their accents.
I don't know what that was 2 seconds ago. DJ G, he's from England. Maybe.
Yes, DJ G. I appreciate you coming by, man. DJ is a fly guy. I appreciate it. I feel honored to put him on. I saw him on.
He understood that accent.
Yeah, maybe he understood that accent. It was a little bit of a cough, my morning coffee, all mixed together, but it's English as I know it. Okay, so that's what we doing. That's who we are. That's where we are. Follow us, either one of us. Follow both of us. You'll be well educated. You'll be well concerned, and we've been in the cycle. We got to run. Because we got a group that we're in every day, Growth Academy, and we got to make a difference, make an impact. And for all of those who don't know, the next time I come up, I'll try not to advertise for other people, but it's done so much for me. I got to get you guys into this 21-day challenge, and it is something that. Yeah, we all have links. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't use Charlene link. Lose my.
Oh no, you don't use mine. Don't use Carl. Carl got enough people. He got enough people.
We're gonna put our links in and we're gonna just toss a coin here to tell whatever link you want to use. But we want to get you guys into 21-day video. I don't care if you're doing videos, I don't care if you got a show. I've got all of that, and it has truly enhanced how I even look at doing videos and how my preparation has come. And it's not so much about you being on the camera, it's the information that's shared among everybody that puts you in a position to be successful on camera. Because everybody could point and click and hit record. But it's yes, DJ. I know, DJ, you were on it.
I'm liking that. He said,
I'm gonna be on you because I think I heard you on Reggie Waterman's show. I think it was either Reggie's show. Someone else show you was playing music, and I was like, yo, that is fly. I had that house party kind of block party kind of feel with the DJ playing out there, some barbecuing and that kind of thing. So they definitely want to get you on.
We need to plan that. Yeah, get that.
Yes. DJ, I will be on with you later today. I don't know what time it is over there in England. I forgot my London watch, but I'll be on with you.
And it's 4th of July weekend coming up for
Americans. It is.
So
celebrate.
We knew if Carl remembered, because I'm gonna blame Carl. If Carl remembered, we could have planned and had DJ on now. You see,
DJ, it's not too late. DJ, we can have you on, even though it'll be after the 4th. Our next show is the 8th. But
yeah, we can carry the party. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we can have a 4th of July after party. That's what we'll call it. We have a 4th of July after party.
Oh, it's in the afternoon for you, so it's close to happy hour for you.
Oh, it's happy hour somewhere.
Man,
he says 3:46. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. Let's do this.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So DJ G, I will be on. We'll be in touch with you, man. I think you're already in my connections anyway. So I think we're gonna shoot out to each other. I want to do a Zoom with you too, man. Pick your brain about some things because we do need an intro for this show as well. I know I play mines, you know what I mean? But we do need an intro. I got a couple people that I got in mind to do it. One I got to call in with and check out with. He might be mad at me. I did some last week, so I got to patch back that relationship.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you got work to do. You got a lot of work to do.
So I got work to do, guys. Playing with the mouse is done. Going to the Dolphin shows is over. I got to get back in. We will see you guys on next week. Again, thank everybody that came by. Any party shots, Charlene?
Deuces.
Ain't getting no more than that.
Oh, wait a minute. And this counts for my challenge from yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, we're good.
Yes, let's count for your challenge. Oh man, he started throwing in. He said the 8th is good for him. Oh my God, we got the connection already. We got the connection. I'm gonna send you the link to the next show. When I get off here, I'm so excited.
And we doing the Zoom together because I don't know what Carl gonna tell you.
We're gonna do the Zoom since it's all out there, DJG. We can't do our thing.
Put me on the Zoom. Put me on the Zoom. Yeah. And DJ, if you don't see me on the Zoom, make sure you remind him.
DJ, we're gonna invite her to the Zoom and see. I have the Zoom where I have to admit you into the Zoom.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see
we're gonna leave her up at the top so we get that.
Working with? Do you see what I'm working with here? He fights me every single second.
We're gonna leave her at the top, and I'm just gonna leave that admit button up there so we get down with all that thing. That ain't how I roll, man. I appreciate you guys, though. I appreciate you guys. It's been love. It's been love. You guys, we'll see you guys on next week. Look out for a big show on the 8th. I'm really excited about it. We're gonna have a DJ, some music. I'm looking at some guests, and we're gonna be talking about pet peeves. So you guys get it together. You got a whole week, and I'm sure if you go anywhere this weekend with the travel and the 4th of July, you're gonna have plenty of pet peeves coming back in next week. Somebody is gonna get on your nerve because they ain't been nowhere in over a year. So somebody's gonna get on your nerve.
Don't get caught out there and get arrested. We need you on. We need you here with us.
We do need you because if you get arrested, you're gonna stay there. It's no Bill Cosby's. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna stay right where you are.
Why you gotta go there? Why you can't just? Can we just leave that where that is? Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just telling them the truth.
We are ending the show. We are ending the show.
You guys have a great Thursday, guys. Have a great rest of your week. We appreciate you for coming by. Bye bye. Oh man, you guys.